everybody. I have this neat new book. I hope you like it. Pictures are beautiful. It's called Sweet Pea and Friends. Alpaca Lunch. That is what an alpaca looks like. Young Poppy, the alpaca, stood outside the barn with her mother, admiring the beautiful spring flowers. "What would you like to do today?" her mother asked. "I want to go exploring." "I thought you might," said her mother. "Perhaps you'll find some new foods for lunch." How fun! There was nothing Poppy liked more than discovering new things around the farm. Poppy walked through the meadow where she saw Maisie, the sheepdog, watching one of her puppies taste a flower. "I'm finding new foods to try," said Poppy proudly. There are plenty of spring dandelions that I can eat too. I see dogs. I think I see a sheep. And I see Sweet Pea, alpaca. The next day, Poppy brought her friends, Lindsay and Brooks, to the maple forest to see what foods they could hunt. They saw lambs, Lily and Petal, in the shade under the trees. "What are you eating?" asked Poppy. "Fiddlehead ferns," said Lily. "You're my favorite spring treat." "Mine too." So they all sat and munched, finding lots of good and healthy things to eat. Isn't that great? As spring turned to summer, Poppy explored the farm with her friends, finding more and more new foods to eat. Wow. One day she brought her big sister, Rhea, to the pond, where they found Keeper the goose with her baby goslings. A gosling is a baby goose. "What are you eating?" said Poppy. "Bugs," peeped the littlest gosling. "And yellow marsh marigolds, purple violets, red clover, and fresh green mint." "Do we have to try everything?" she whispered. "Maybe just the flowers and the mint." Oh, yeah. You see? All the different things. I think they're really enjoying themselves. And sometimes it's hard to try new things, but sometimes it turns out well and you like the new things. Early one summer morning, Poppy watched Farmer Jennifer and her daughter, Gabby, weeding and watering the kitchen garden. After they left, Poppy walked among the plants and saw Bella the cat hiding under the catnip. "I'm finding things for my lunch," said Poppy politely. "I'll share my catnip," said Bella. "Thank you," said Poppy. Would you try some new things with me too?" Bella nodded. Off they went together. You see the pictures? Oh boy. Yeah. I'm sorry. You see all the things that they're finding? They're finding some very good things to eat. Poppy was getting so good in finding new foods that she and her best friend Lindsay decided to explore the greenhouse. There were some puppies trying to nap, but there was also tomatoes. Oh, there was a lot of tomatoes, look. See? You see the puppies sleeping? You see the alpaca looking in. There's the puppy sleeping. And there's all those good. There's peppers and tomatoes. Yum. Yummy. Following the puppies, The friends nudged open the garden gate. They saw a lady, the sheepdog, playing with some puppies as they tumbled from Farmer John's. Laddie suggested that Poppy and Lindsay try one each of the colorful summer vegetables. I bet you've tried a lot of these. Lettuce and spinach and broccoli and carrots. Red striped beans. I'll have to try that. And summer squash in green and yellow. And so they did. All the wonderful food they got to eat. Oh, yeah. On a late summer day, Poppy called her a pack of friends together for lunch. Let's go to the berry patch and see if they're finally ripe. Following Poppy, the friends peeked through the thorny brambles where blackberries and raspberries and elderberries hung heavy on the branches. They played in the sun and ate juicy berries all day long. Can you imagine? Don't they look happy? Summer was now turning into autumn, and a sweet smell was in the air. Poppy followed her nose all the way to the fruit orchard. "Hello, Poppy. What brings you here?" asked Sadie the pony. "I smelled something wonderful." "It's the fruit trees. There's grapes and honey from the beehives." She showed Poppy the apples. See? See peaches? I see peaches. I see some grapes. And apples. But a few weeks later, as Poppy walked to Farmer John's garden with her friends, she noticed frost on the flowers. It's never been here before, she thought to herself. She hadn't lived through a winter yet, or a fall. Then she saw that the corn stalks had been cut and they gathered to stock, and the pumpkins and the squash were all in piles. It doesn't look right. What's going on? Do you guys know what's going on? What do you think? You have any ideas? Oh, you guys had good ideas. I'm pretty impressed. That night, Poppy stood outside the barn in the chilly evening air, and her mother and other alpacas. A yellow moon was rising. "That is the harvest moon," said her mother. "See the Canada geese flying south. They know winter is coming. Soon, everything on the farm will rest until spring." But Poppy said, "What about all my favorite gardens?" She doesn't know, but they'll come back the next year, right? When Poppy woke up the next morning, she looked out at the frosty barn window and saw a blanket of snow. She had never seen snow before. It could be that some of you are new to this part of the country and you haven't seen snow before either. It's very pretty. The pond was frozen and the forest trees were losing their leaves. "What will we eat now?" she asked her mother. Very cold. See all the snow? I think that's why their coats get very thick in the winter to keep them warm and help keep them dry. "I'm very proud of you for trying so many foods this year, Poppy," said her mother. "What were some of your favorite things to eat around the farm?" And she thought about the spring, the summer, and the autumn. Everything she tried, she said, was so good. The lilacs in the spring, the kale in the summer, and the apples in the autumn, she decided. Come with me, her mother said, beckoning Poppy to her friends. See, there's corn, there's the berries, all the things we get when it's harvest time. Poppy's mother pushed open the door. At the far end of the barn, Poppy couldn't believe her eyes. There were pumpkins and apples and corn and squash and hay. There were sweet red beets and cabbages and kale. Every color of the garden was heaped into big piles and baskets. And the farmer had stored all of that wonderful stuff for them so that they would have it. That evening, as her mother kissed her goodnight, Poppy dreamed about what she'd eat for lunch and what new things she would find next year. I hope you enjoyed the story, because I know I enjoyed reading it to you. I'll be back with another story soon. Bye.